It's front yard garden tour day. Backyard vegetable garden tour was yesterday because we had to dig up a decent amount of it to fix some pipes. So, okay, getting blackberries in. There's another, okay, that's the main plant. Every other blackberry you see is either because it spread through roots, which is this, or I took a bit and stuck it in the ground and it rooted, which is that one. I'm really happy with the mix of flowers I have this year. Like, I've got borage and lavender, coreopsis, whatever this blue phase, I've never heard of that in my life, plant is. But I have a shorter vid, but just part of the long vid that I'm putting on IGTV. Razzleberry has like dwarf blackberry and raspberry plants. Now my raspberry shortcake's over there, and I'll show you guys that. This is my favorite raspberry. But year 2 blackberries are huge. This is more like what I was getting last year. This is the extent of the berries I'm getting this year. Huge, black, very flavorful berries. I'm really, really excited about this because this is literally a stick I put in the ground last fall, and these are the berries I'm getting on it this summer. So really pleased with that. There is a lot of grass because we didn't get mulch on it because we couldn't afford it. So I'm gonna just have to come out here and just weed the hell out of this again. The cleavers have taken over some spots, but it's, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just some weeds. As long as it's not grass, which there is a lot of nut sedge, burr sedge, whatever. That's a bitch to get out, but what are you gonna do? I'll just have to dig it out. These aren't open all the way, but these are kind of pretty because they're like a butter yellow when they're open. California poppy. And that's a volunteer horehound that just popped up last year and I left it. I don't like horehound, but it's great for pollinators and predatory insects, so I left it. The chives are kind of dying down, but the gummy berry is growing up, so I'm happy about that. The random red basil that I didn't actually have a red basil over here last year, so I don't know where that came from. I'm happy. I'm gonna leave there. Pineapple guava, not putting on a lot of growth, but at least it's not dead. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a volunteer basil from last year. I forget the name of this, but I planted it for pollinators. You can see the cleavers. Oh, the cleavers. The pink lavender is going on a second flush of flowers. I need to deadhead it. Getting some yarrow blossoms. The Nigellus is still going strong. I'm happy about that. This is probably getting a little out of hand, but the reason I got that and put it where I did is because I hate grass, like so much. So it's already kind of taken over part of the grass, and over the years, hopefully it will spread and just keep spreading and trying to push out the grass. It's one of the few, like the mint families, this is one of the few that is like aggressive enough to do that. The, I'm gonna move you guys. This is cucamelon vines that I'm gonna put over this way because I don't want it in the, I love these, I don't want it in the pathway. Oh, I got a weed. That's white sage, the only white sage that came up. So I'm really thrilled that it's doing as well as it is. The dahlias are all starting to come up. I need to trim the wormwood, aka Artemisia, also known as mugwort sometimes. I don't know, I'm a little confused on that. Look at all the grass. I had to get you guys out. These are sage cuttings that I rooted in water and transplanted, and they seem to be doing really, really well. So I'm super, look at all the cleavers. Jesus, I gotta get that stuff up. This is called Vicenza Blue lavender, this stuff. And it's important to me because as a child, I actually grew up in Vicenza, near the army base there. So, Caserta, Italy. So, anyway, when I saw that in the seed catalog, I thought, you know what, that's pretty cool, so I'm gonna grow that. We'll see what it looks like when it matures. So, let's see. Oh, the train. God, I hate the train. I mean, it's okay, but it sucks for videos. Oh, train, go away. So kind of cool. I have never grown portulaca, like a domesticated version. Come on, train, damn. There aren't that many intersections in this town. Okay, so that is a domesticated portulaca, and never grown a domesticated version before. So the leaves are much bigger, and I'm pretty excited to see, you know, how it grows. So, yay! Lettuce is coming in. This tree stems, I love my tree stems. I can't even count the different numbers of fungus that have grown off of those tree stems in the last 3 years. So there are some elderberries coming in on my black elderberry, but not many. There are very few elderberries coming in on this one. They are 2 separate varieties, so you're supposed to get a heavier yield, but if you saw the post I made about my native elderberry, you'll know I really don't care if these fruit or not, because I have a ton. So this is primrose, a wild native to this area. So I will be letting that stuff, which I believe that is also primrose, run rampant, because it's a native, it's good for pollinators, it's a ground cover, why not? So thrilled about that. I thought this guy was dead, like literally, just thought he dried up and died. Apparently not. That is a variegated basil I found. I don't know, we'll see if it lasts. It doesn't really seem to have the gumption to kick it in my garden, so we'll find out. Look, Mina grass. Ugh, I hate you. I hate you so much. I've dug this grass up every weekend and it just keeps coming back. And like, I mean dug up the roots. Okay, so the little pond I made, I'm so excited because I finally, oh, come on, spread out. I filled it up so the azolla is not spread out as much as it was. Spread out, azolla, spread out. So anyway, this is fish mint, which is edible but also beautiful. That is azolla. If you've never looked it up, you should. It's actually a really good anti-mosquito deal. I think it's called mosquito fern by some people, because it makes a really thick mat that blocks the mosquitoes from getting to the water. The other cool thing is this stuff, if you dry it, or not dry it, but my birds tend to like it dry, is a great feed for poultry. You can even feed it to livestock. It's high in protein. It is also a fixes nitrogen from the atmosphere. It's a nitrogen fixer, so it's really good fertilizer on your plants if you dry it or just throw it by your plants. So if you guys aren't doing azolla, you should. I actually have a test place where I'm trying to grow some azolla in some plastic bins. I will do a video on that in a little bit, but I'm pretty excited about that. My marshmallow came back. I thought it was gone for good, so I'm pretty excited it's back. God dang it. How many times do I have to dig you up? How many times? Okay. I did go ahead and chop the top off of this and it's put out some growth, but then it just put out another thing, so I don't know. It's supposed to be perennial. That's looking good. Look at all these seed pods. They're drying up. They're about to go. And then I'm going to have a bunch of kale things everywhere, hopefully. If you can't get perennial, just let them seed themselves, right? This little guy, big guy. Whoa, look at that, something. Damn it, I bet it was that deer. Dude, look at this. Oh my god, nothing else but a deer is gonna come by and cut this stuff off like that. That's crazy. Ooh, that kind of pisses me off. Anyway, my mulberry should be making mulberry fruits, but I think it's getting traumatized by a deer. Dang it. Can't you eat the grass, deer? Shit. Watermelon, looking good. Oh, let's see. Those morning glories or wild morning glories suck. Go everywhere. Let's see. Pomegranate, peach trees. I don't know if I have any peaches. Looks like I have a couple. Let's see if they last. Okay, like this one, always shorter than that one. And these were from seeds, so it's just like 2 completely different trees. So you never know what you're gonna get. Fun fact, my turmeric has come back. Took a while, but the turmeric has returned, so that's awesome. There's some cypress vine seedlings over there that I've got to get up, because if you've ever grown cypress vine, while the hummingbirds love it, it goes insane. So, I love this. I haven't been out here in a while, so it makes me happy. Look at it. Look at how awesome it is. It is awesome too. Like some of them are purple, some of them are blue. I'm rooting those for my mom, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Daisies, oh look. I gotta find out where this guy came from and like get rid of him. I think he's actually from back there behind the daylilies. Okay, so like this stage right before they open, these stages right here, all of these, this is like saute, tastes like green bean stage. Once they open, this is maybe a little too far along. You can still eat them, but they don't taste like the green beans. You could actually stuff these. That's really good too. Oh my God, look. You gotta stay on top of this crap. It's freaking everywhere with the wild blah, 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 blah. My mother's peony seems to be doing well. I'll probably dig that up this fall and give it back to her because I don't want to be responsible for its life or death. And when it gets bigger, I'll ask for some back because I'm terrified. Oh, look. Look, that is the weirdest. Are these two? I've never seen a butterfly or a moth with wings like that. You guys? Like, am I crazy? I've never seen, it's like it had two 3D moth. I don't know how to explain that. Okay. I think that's it for the front. I do think I'm going to remove one of my, here, let me just walk over there. Well, I think it's the end of the vid, but I'll do another one. Bye.